Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Saguaro High School in Scottsdale. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage of Saguaro SaberCats varsity baseball. The SaberCats in action in game number 17 on the season. And today's opponent is, that pitch is foul, is the Sandia Prep Sun Devils from Albuquerque. So it's Sandia Prep and Saguaro here in another game in the Scottsdale Spring Training Invitational. Brennan Day is the leadoff hitter for the Sun Devils. He starts in center field, and he's down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes as we get underway in the top of the first inning. Michael Benson, the starter for the SaberCats, ahead, no balls and 2 strikes in the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Brennan Day strikes out, and that's how the ball game gets started here today, as Day is out on strikes, 1 away, and the batter is Michael Eaton, the shortstop. So it's Day and then Eaton. C.J. Kinney will hit third and pitch. R.J. Ortiz, the first baseman, bats fourth. The number 5 hitter is the second baseman, Nick Nelson. Roberto Martinez in left field bats sixth. Jarrett Kessler is the catcher. He bats seventh. Hitting in the 8th spot is the third baseman, Alex Kariakos. And Jay Martinez in right field will bat 9th. So that's how the Sun Devils line up here today. And now Benson with the first one on the way, and that one's across for a strike to Michael Eaton. Benson ready to go here in the 1-strike pitch. A little bit low, and it's 1-1. Defensively for the SaberCats, Austin Anderson starts in left field. Zach Gibbons is in center field, and Kyle Young plays right. We'll get to the infield here after the 1-1 pitch to Michael Eaton. And it's a ground ball over to the right side. It's picked up by the second baseman and on to first in time. And there are 2 away. John Nimps is the starting third baseman for Saguaro. Matt Morris plays shortstop. Ben Tingley, the second baseman, the guy that picked up that ground ball just a moment ago. And then at first base is Chris Ackman. Sean Edmunds starts today for Saguaro behind the plate, and he catches for Michael Benson. Now C.J. Kinney, the pitcher for the Sun Devils. And that first pitch called a strike. Benson ready, and the 0-1 pitch. Just missed outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. SaberCats are without Brandon Demarest in today's ball game. And so it's Edmunds behind the plate as the fastball is outside, and it's 2-1. 2 outs, base is empty, just underway, top of the first inning. Saguaro, winners of 10 straight. Ball off the end of the bat and fouled off on the third base side, and they count 2 balls and 2 strikes on C.J. Kinney. SaberCats with single games tomorrow and Friday, and then they'll play 2 games on Saturday, 1 at home and 1 on the road, as they'll wrap up this week's play on the road at Arcadia. Pitch fouled out of play, and we stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The other games this week, Saguaro hosts Combs tomorrow, and then Dysart on Friday, Bradshaw Mountain on Saturday, and then, as I mentioned, on the road at Arcadia. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. C.J. Kinney strikes out. Benson gets a couple of punch-outs in the first inning. It's a 3-up, 3-down Sun Devil first, and we move to the bottom of the first inning. Saguaro coming up to face Sandia Prep starter C.J. Kinney. Austin Anderson leads off for Saguaro in the bottom of the first inning and takes a big curveball from C.J. Kinney for a strike. The 0-1. Another breaking ball, and that just off the sleeve of Anderson. He's hit by the pitch. And he's aboard at first base for Zach Gibbons. So it's Austin Anderson, then Zach Gibbons. Chris Ackman hits third. Kyle Young is fourth. Matt Morris fifth, as pretty much everybody moves up in the lineup with Demarest out of the number 4 spot. Young moves up to 4, Morris up to 5. Reed Austin, the DH, bats 6. John Nips is 7th. Pitch just off the outside corner for a ball to Zach Gibbons. Ben Tingley hits 8th, and then Sean Edmunds, the catcher, bats 9th for the SaberCats. Runner at first base, and nobody out of the bottom of the first. The set, the step, and a throw to first base, and the runner back. Each of these teams finished a suspended game earlier today, and oddly enough, against the same opponent, as the next pitch is about belly button high for a strike, and it's 1-1. Saguaro and Marion Catholic played on Monday, got through almost 2 innings before rain caused the game to be suspended. There's a step and a sidearm throw to first, and again the runner back. They finished that game earlier today. Saguaro won that one by a score of 5-2. And then Sania Prep and Marion Catholic got suspended yesterday as that ball is grounded up the middle. That's into center field for a base hit. Anderson with a hard turn will stop at second. It's a hit batter and a base hit to begin the bottom of the first inning for Saguaro, and the batter is Chris Ackman. But Sandia Prep and Marion Catholic had their game suspended in the 8th inning yesterday in a tie score. 4-4, I think, was that score in the 8th. And took a couple of extra innings. Marion Catholic won that game over Sandia Prep earlier today. First baseman Chris Ackman waits for the first pitch. Yeah, it's outside and high for ball 1. 2 on and nobody out, bottom of the first inning, and no score. Crowd goes quiet here as C.J. Kinney, the left-hander, sets, and the pitch popped up. First base side, going to be near the foul line, now into foul territory, and a long run. And the catch made. The runner will tag from second and go to third. And then as that throw gets across the infield, Gibbons goes from first to second. So not the typical way to move up the base runners, but the aggressive base running works for Saguaro as Ackman pops out on a pretty good catch by the second baseman. And that's Nick Nelson with the catch. But he had his back to the infield, and the runners get a good read and move up a base each. Anderson to third, Gibbons to second, and with 1 out, the batter is Kyle Young.
Batting right fielder number 11, Kyle Young.
SaberCats with a chance to get on the board in the bottom of the first with a couple of men in scoring position and only 1 out. Soft breaking ball is bounced in there for ball 1. The defense for the Sun Devils, Roberto Martinez in left field, Brendan Day in center, Jay Martinez in right. The infield, Kiriakos, Eaton, Nelson, and Ortiz third to first, and Kessler catching for C.J. Kinney. Left-hander ready, the set on the 1-0. And that ball lined opposite field and into left, and it's going to get down for the base hit. 2 runs will score. Anderson going to try for second, to throw in. And the ball rolls away from the second baseman. Otherwise, Anderson is maybe out at second. Looked as though the tag got to him before he slid in there, but Young is in there with a 2-run double, and Saguaro leads 2-0.
Coming to the plate, shortstop number 6, Matt Morris.
And the shortstop, Matt Morris. And Morris with a fly ball to center field. Day over to his left, makes the catch. Young will tag, and he gets to third base ahead of the throw. So SaberCats move up another base as Morris flies out to center for the second out. Young to third, and the batter is Reed Austin. 2-0 SaberCats. Saguaro batting in the bottom of the first inning. Austin with a pop-up. This one's on the right side of the infield. Nelson out to get it. The second baseman calls for it. He puts it away. And the side is retired. SaberCats get a couple of runs on 2 hits. They leave 1, and after an inning of play, it's Saguaro 2 and Sandia Prep nothing. R.J. Ortiz, the leadoff hitter for the Sun Devils in the second. And he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Michael Benson with the 1-0 pitch. And that's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Ortiz, Nelson, and Roberto Martinez for the Sun Devils in the second inning, and Sandia Prep trailing Saguaro 2-0. The 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball, it's outside, and it's 2-1. And the 2-1 offering. Back on the inside part of the plate this time, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 strikeouts and a ground out in the first inning for the Sun Devils. And now the 2-2 popped up. And this one back out of play. Benson ready again, another 2-2 pitch on the way. And that's high and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the 3-2. And a fly ball hit pretty well out to center, but Zach Gibbons is there as he moves to his left and makes the catch for out number 1. One away in the Sun Devils' second inning. The batter is Nick Nelson. And Nelson pops the first one up. That's in the infield. That's the pitcher, Benson, that tries for it, cannot make the play, and it's a base runner for the Sun Devils in the second inning. That pop-up definitely high enough to where you maybe want to have an infielder call off the pitcher, but Benson also a first baseman, so definitely can handle the glove and catch an infield pop-up. Not able to hang on there, and now the batter is Roberto Martinez. And Martinez, a ground ball over to third, snared there. Out at second base, the throw to first, a little bit late. But the SaberCats get the lead runner as Nelson is retired on a nice play by John Nemps, 5-4 on the force. Martinez aboard at first base on the fielder's choice, and the batter will be Derek Kessler.
Now batting number 25, Derek Kessler.
2-0 Saguaro. Sun Devils batting in the top of the second inning. Kessler at the plate now. Left-handed hitter against the righty Benson, and a soft throw to first base. Once again, just one umpire here today, and so always makes the close calls on the bases a little more interesting. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Edmunds going to throw it down to second base, and that's late at second. A stolen base for Martinez. Set on the 1-strike pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Benson ready again, the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He gets Kessler on strikes. That's the third strikeout for Michael Benson. And for the Sun Devils in the second, no runs, no hits, an error, and one left. To the bottom of the second we go. The Sun Devils trail Saguaro by a score of 2-0. 7, 8, and 9 in the order for Saguaro as John Nimps takes the first pitch for a strike. Nimps, Tingley, and Edmunds for the SaberCats in the bottom of the second. The 0-1. And a breaking ball, that's a called strike, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to John Nimps. Ben Tingley next for the SaberCats. Saguaro leading 2-0, batting in the home half of the second inning. Already the 17th game of the season for Saguaro as that pitch is high. 2-2 the count. So they're playing their 17th game in 29 days to start the season. And a line shot and off the glove of the shortstop. Looked like that was a catchable baseball, but Eaton not able to get it as it's off the end of his glove, and Nimps is aboard at first base. Nimps on at first for Ben Tingley.
Now batting, second baseman number 1, Ben Tingley.
Regular season started 4 weeks ago today. As the runner takes off, the ball hit on the right side. Tingley with a ground out. As Nimps gets to second, but Nelson throws out Tingley for the first out. And now with a runner at second and 1 away, the batter is Sean Edmunds.
Now batting, catcher number 9, Sean Edmunds.
Getty's first pitch on the outside corner to Edmunds for a strike. Austin Anderson next for the SaberCats. Saguaro leads 2-0, batting in the bottom of the second. Ground ball, and that's foul outside of third base. And the count goes to 0-2. And now time called. Kessler and Kenny having trouble getting together on the signs. They're going to try it again here. Kessler moves way off the outside corner. Kenny actually kind of missed the location and came back closer to the outside corner. The pitch might have been a little bit high. Now Kenny with the set. Look back to second. The 1-2 pitch. That's bounced in, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 is near the outside corner. That'll be a called third strike. First strikeout of the day for C.J. Kenny. It's the second out in the SaberCats' second inning. And the batter is Austin Anderson.
Now batting, left fielder number 21, Austin Anderson.
Anderson hit by a pitch, and he scored his first time up. And a breaking ball. Hit over to the first base side, knocked down by the first baseman Ortiz. And he touches the bag at first, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, an error, one left. After two, Saguaro leads Sandia Prep 2-0. We move to the third inning of play and a pitching change for the SaberCats as Kyle Young will take over for Mike Benson, and he gets Alex Kariakos to swing and miss at the first pitch for a strike. The 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Mike Benson goes 2 innings for Saguaro, no runs, no hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He stays in the ball game, and he's on at first base. Chris Hackman moves from first base to right field as Kyle Young started the game in right. Now he's on the mound for the SaberCats. Now the 1-2 pitch. Popped up first base side, and that's going to get out of play. The 1-2 pitch hit on the ground, and that's in the hole and into left field. First hit of the day for the Sun Devils. Kariakos aboard at first base, and the batter is Jay Martinez.
Now batting number 10.
Top of the third inning, 2-0 Saguaro with the lead. And Young's first pitch to Jay Martinez, a little bit low for a ball. Next pitch low, 2 balls and no strikes. Mike Benson, by the way, had just an inning of work coming into today's play, but it was a scoreless inning. And had a couple of strikeouts in that 1 inning of work. Pitch is high. The throw to second, not first base rather, not in time as Kariakos gets back. 3 balls and no strikes to count on Jay Martinez. Young trying to get dialed in here, the set and the 3-0. And that's not close. Outside, ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Martinez. And that'll put runners at first and second with nobody out for Brennan Day.
Now batting number 3, Brennan Day.
Young no record on the season. 3 1/3 innings pitch, an ERA of just over 8. 4 hits allowed, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. The bunt is on, it's popped up. Edmunds will give chase, but cannot get to it as the ball lands in foul territory for strike 1. So the Sun Devils down 2-0 with the first 2 aboard in the third inning, trying to bunt him ahead of base. Day not able to get it down on the first pitch. We'll see if he's asked to do it again here. He struck out on 3 pitches in his first at-bat. That started the ball game in the first. The set on the 0-1. Bunted. And it'll be Young on the pickup. He'll throw to first base, and that throw is high as it pulls Tingley off the bag, and that'll load the bases. So give Day a sacrifice, an E1. That'll be the second error of the day for the SaberCats, and now the base is loaded with nobody out for Michael Eaton. First pitch to Eaton, outer half of the plate for a strike. He grounded out his first time up. Corners even with the bag. As the next one is low, 1-1. Kiriakos at third, Martinez at second, and Day aboard at first. Nobody out of the top of the third. A great opportunity for the Sun Devils to get on the board. Maybe get even and even take the lead as the pitch is on the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-2. Now, if you're pitching in this situation, you're looking for a strikeout and a double play to get out of the inning. The 1-2 from Young. A little bit low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Young wants to make something happen here on 2-2. You don't want to go full with the bases loaded. And the pitch fouled out of play on the first base side. Another 2-2 pitch, and another one fouled off the bat on the first base side. Still only 1 hit in the ballgame for the Sun Devils. It was a leadoff hit here in the inning, then a walk, and then a throwing error on the sacrifice, low to the bases. Another 2-2, that's high. 3 balls and 2 strikes, trying to go off speed there. I don't know if that was a changeup that slipped, but took a lot off of that. The arm slowed down and everything, it looked like. The 3-2. And it's low and inside, it's ball 4, and that'll walk in a run. Second walk of the inning forces in a run, and the Sun Devils are on the board in the third, now trailing 2-1. And the batter is C.J. McKinney. C.J. Kinney, I beg your pardon. There's a pitch on the outer half of the plate, a strike. Kenny was out on strikes his first time up. Four straight have reached base to start the third inning for the Sun Devils, the 0-1. It's off speed again, it's inside, and it's a ball and a strike. The set and the 1-1. Close there, call the ball as it was low, and it's 2 balls and a strike on Kenny. The set and the 2-1. Near the knees, a strike, and it's 2-2. Bases loaded, nobody out in the third inning. Sun Devils down 2-1, trying to change it here as Young delivers the 2-2, and that's fouled off at the plate. Now we got a piece of the catcher Edmunds, and he'll take a knee, and we'll take a break. Playing in the third, it's 2-1.
Okay, CJ.
And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. That pitch way inside. Definitely would have been ball 3. And Edmunds might have had a hard time even keeping that one from going to the backstop. So a little help there for the SaberCats. Still 2-2 on C.J. Kinney. Young ready again, the 2-2 pitch. And a ground ball out to second. They'll go to second base for the first out. And they'll only get the 1 out, but the tying run comes in as Jay Martinez scores. Eaton forced 4-6. And so Day to third, Kenny aboard on the fielder's choice. Now runners at first and third with 1 away. A run in to make it 2-2, and the batter is R.J. Ortiz. And Ortiz hit by the pitch. And that low loads the bases for Nick Nelson, but first a timeout from the Saguaro dugout. We play in the third. It's 2-2. Nick Nelson, the hitter for the Sun Devils, as we get back to play, and Kyle Young starts him off with a strike at the knees. During the timeout, got a courtesy runner for the Sun Devils as Isaiah Marquez is running at second base for the pitcher C.J. Kenny. The 0-1. And a ground ball over to first. That's picked up there by Benson. He's going to throw to the plate, and they get the out at the plate. So good thinking there for Benson. 3-2 on the force of Day. And the batter is Roberto Martinez. Base is still loaded for the Sun Devils. They've tied the game at 2 here in the top of the third. First pitch is low for ball 1. Martinez hit into a fielder's choice his first time up.
Let's go.
The 1-0 pitch is low. 2 balls and no strikes. Going to get a, or should anyway, get a good pitch to hit here.
Come on, Weirdo. Get hold of it. Give it a ride.
And the 2-0 pitch. That's low, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Sandia Prep 2 and Saguaro 2 in the top of the third. Again, nowhere to put Martinez. 3-0 the count with the bases loaded. Young got to try to work his way back into the count here in the pitch. At the knees for a strike. I'm sure no way Martinez was swinging on 3-0. Now 3-1. He's looking for a pitch in one spot. And he swings and misses. It's 3-2, and now the runners will take off. 3-2 with 2 outs. The runners will go. Young with the pitch and a ground ball to the right side. Long way to go, and Tingley can't get to it. 1 run will score. Another runner coming around. He'll score in a 2-run single, and the Sun Devils go up by a score of 4-2. Martinez with a 2-run single. Kenny's courtesy runner, Marquez, and then Ortiz score on the play. Nelson at third and Martinez at first with 2 away, and the batter is Derek Kessler.
Bring him in.
And Kessler fouls the first one back to the backstop for strike 1. Young sets and the 0-1. Runner goes, and the pitch across for a strike, but it is a stolen base as Martinez gets to second. The set from Young and the 2-strike pitch. Fastball high and away. It's 1-2. A 4-run third inning for the Sun Devils. They lead 4-2. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up, and this one will get back foul and out of play. And an off-speed pitch hit on the ground to the right side. Benson's got it. He'll touch the bag at first, and the side retired. But the Sun Devils send 9 to the plate in the third inning. They score 4 times, and after 2.5, they lead Saguaro 4-2. Zach Gibbons, a leadoff hitter for Saguaro in the bottom of the third, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Gibbons, Ackman, and Young in the inning, and Gibbons with a fly ball hit well out to center field. Day going back, still going back. He'll reach up, and at the warning track, he makes the catch. And that's the first out in the Saguaro third.
Now batting 24 for Saguaro.
Chris Ackman for Saguaro. He's going after the first one and pops it back out of play.
Come on, Chris.
The one strike pitch. Off speed, and that's crushed out to left field, going back Martinez, and that hits off the fence. And Ackman in with another double. A one-out double for Chris Ackman puts him at second base. And the batter, Kyle Young. Young had the base hit to knock in a couple of runs in the first inning.
Now batting right fielder number 11, Kyle Young.
CJ Kenny ready, his first one on the way, and it's grounded over to the first baseman. That's off his glove and into shallow right field. Anderson's going to get to, Young, I beg your pardon, gets to second base, and Ackman scores on the play. So an E3 brings in the run for Saguaro to cut it to 4-3. And now runner at second base and one out with a run in, and the batter is Matt Morris.
Now batting shortstop number 6, Matt Morris.
Come on, you guys, get your hit in there.
And a fly ball hit down the line in right field. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is a fair ball. And it's Morris on his way to second, and he'll head to third base as Young scores, RBI triple, and the SaberCats tie it in the bottom of the third. And that was a situation more of the positioning of the outfielders than it was where the ball was hit. I mean, it was down the line, but the right fielder, Martinez, shaded into the right center field gap. And with that ball going down the right field line, it was a long run. We got a timeout from the Sun Devil dugout. We play in the bottom of the third inning, tied at 4. Now here's Reed Austin. And a big breaking ball outside for ball 1. Two runs in the first and now 2 in the third for Saguaro. Sania Prep with all 4 of their runs in the top of the third. The 1-0. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Reed Austin. The go-ahead run at third base with only 1 out. Ball yanked foul on the third base side, and it's 2-1. Austin back in there again and ready. Here's the set from Kenny, and the 2-1 pitch fouled off at the plate, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. That's bounced in, and that runs the count full at 3-2 on Reed Austin. John Nimps next for the SaberCats. Four our score in the bottom of the third inning. SaberCats trying to win their 11th straight. And that's fouled out of play on the right side. Reed back in there and ready as Kenny is up on the rubber. Here's the set, another 3-2. And that's a ground ball to short. Grab there, the throw, short hops and gets past the first baseman. Austin's going to stay at first base, but it brings in a run. Give him an RBI on the play as Morris scores. It's a 3-run third inning. Saguaro goes back on top 5-4. And that's going to be an E6 to put Austin aboard at first base. Third error of the ball game and the second of the inning for the Sun Devils. And the batter is John Nips. First one to Nips, high for ball one. Sun Devils with a right-hander getting loose in the bullpen. Saguaro's got a right-hander up as well. That's Daniel Ackman getting loose. Runner goes. The ball hit down the right field line. That's going to be fair. And that's extra bases as Nips is on his way to second base. Austin being waved around. The short hop picked up, throw to the plate late, and now they got the runner hung up between second and third. Nips going to get in the rundown here. Now he's going to take off and try to get to third base. He'll slide in. He's out at third, and that will be the second out of the inning. But the run is in as Nips gets an RBI double to score Austin. It's a 4-run third inning for the SaberCats. They lead 6-4. And then Nips thrown out as he got hung up between second and third. So the batter, Ben Tingley, with 2 outs and the base is empty in the bottom of the third. And he takes a big breaking ball inside and low for ball one. Kenny working out of the windup, the 1-0.
Nice.
Inside corner a strike, it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. On the outside corner, a strike. It's 1-2.
One more, CJ.
A ball and 2 strikes on Ben Tingley.
Get inside.
And a breaking ball. Not close. 2-2. Sandia Prep with 4 runs in the top of the third inning. Saguaro was answered with 4 of their own in the bottom of the third. They regained their 2-run lead, now up 6-4. The 2-2. Ground ball out to short. Grabbed there by Eaton. And that throw to first base is in time to retire the side. SaberCats put up 4 in the bottom of the third inning, and after 3, they lead 6-4. 8-9-1 in the order for the Sun Devils as we begin the 4th inning, and Alex Kiriakos takes a strike on the outside corner. Kiriakos, the leadoff hitter in the 3rd inning when the Sun Devils sent 9 to the plate and scored 4 times. Facing a new pitcher, though, for the SaberCats as Daniel Ackman is on to pitch the 4th. Missed with the last pitch, the count 1-1. And a fastball inside, 2 balls and a strike. Daniel was loose and ready to come in yesterday for the SaberCats if they needed it to close out the McClintock Chargers. As the pitch is outside and low, 3-1, but Alan Madsen did the job for Saguaro as he shut down McClintock over the final 2 1/3, allowing just 1 base runner. The 3-1 pitch. That's high. It's ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk. And the batter is Jay Martinez. 6-4, Saguaro with the lead as we play the top of the 4th inning. And Martinez at the plate, waiting for the first one from Daniel Ackman. And a fastball just inside for ball 1. Told you Benson went 2 innings, allowed no runs and no hits. Kyle Young 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 4 runs but only 1 earned, 2 walks and a hit batter. Runner goes, the pitch a strike, throw to second, gonna tail, and that one nearly got into center field, but Ben Tingley does a good job to keep that ball from getting away. It is a steal for Kiriakos as he goes to second base. And the count 1-1 on Martinez. Check of the runner and the 1-1 pitch on the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-2. The set and the 1-2 pitch. Bounced in, gets away. The throw down to third base is late. Kiriakos to third on the wild pitch. 2-2 the count on Martinez. Brennan Day next for the Sun Devils. Ackman out of the stretch. The set of the 2-2 and a fastball outside. And the count 3-2.
Kid, your pitch.
Set in the 3-2. And that's low and inside. It's ball 4. Back-to-back walks surrendered by Ackman. And we flip over the Sun Devil order. Back to their leadoff hitter, Brendan Day. Well, the ball bunted at by Day, and then the runner at first base, Martinez, way off the bag at first, almost halfway to second, at least a third of the way anyway, but no throw from Edmunds. He goes back to first. Turn and a throw to first base, and that's short hopped, and Chris Ackman has to pick that throw out to keep it from going down the right field line. Day swinging and fouls that pitch out of play, third base side. It's strike 2. Day struck out in the first, reached on an error, attempting to sacrifice in the third. Step to third, look to first, nothing happening there. Runners at the corners and nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. Saguaro leading 6-4. But the tying runs on base for the Sun Devils. And the go-ahead run at the plate. The 0-2. And that's fouled out of play on the left side. And we stay at no balls and 2 strikes. SaberCats won their suspended game against Marian Catholic earlier today. That's a 5-2 final in that ball game. Kane McCaslin pitched 5 innings in relief to get the win. And that ball fouled off the foot of the hitter Day. And we stay at 0-2. The win earlier today moved Saguaro's record to 13-2-1. SaberCats have won 10 straight. In position to try to make it 11 here as they lead 6-4 in the 4th, but some work to do with 2 aboard and nobody out. Runner goes, a swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3 to retire Brennan Day. So from a Saguaro standpoint, they get the first out. That's good news. Sandia Prep not too upset though as they get that runner to second base. And so now 2 in scoring position with 1 out for Michael Eden. That fastball from Ackman just misses inside a bit, I guess, for a ball. Eaton grounded out in the first. He walked with the bases loaded to force in a run in the third. The 1-0. And that's hit on the ground, and that's into left field for a base hit. Kiriakos scores. Martinez held as the throw comes to the plate. That's an RBI single for Michael Eaton to make it 6-5. And the batter will be C.J. Kinney.
Coming to plate, number 32, C.J. Kinney.
Okay, CJ. Keep it going.
Kinney with a ground ball, actually a line drive, caught at third base by Nims. And the runner, Martinez, too far off the bag. It's a double play to end the Sun Devil fourth inning. They get a run, and midway through the ball game, it's Saguaro 6 and Sandia Prep 5. Hitters 9, 1, and 2 in the order for Saguaro in the bottom of the fourth as Sean Edmunds starts it off. He takes high and away from C.J. Kinney, and that's ball one. Edmunds struck out his first time up. That was back in the second inning. Austin Anderson and Zach Gibbons will follow Edmunds in the SaberCat fourth. The 1-0 pitch. A breaking ball that misses somewhere for a ball, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Kinney to the line, the 3-0. That's outside, and Sean Edmunds with a 4-pitch walk to start the SaberCat fourth inning. That's going to prompt a courtesy runner. Teddy Rubin will come out. It'll also prompt a timeout from the Sandia Prep dugout, and I would guess we're going to get a pitching change as we turn the SaberCat order over. We play in the bottom of the fourth inning, 6-5 SaberCats. Austin Anderson makes his way to the plate and takes the first pitch for a called strike. A little bit surprised, but the Sun Devils stay with their starting pitcher, C.J. Kinney. And Anderson hit by the pitch as that one came inside, got him. And he is hit for the second time today as he goes to first and pushes Teddy Rubin, the courtesy runner for Edmunds, to second base. So now 2 aboard. And nobody out in the bottom of the fourth inning, and the batter is Zach Gibbons. And now timeout again from the Sandia Prep dugout, and that probably will do it here for Kinney. Playing in the fourth, 6-5 Saguaro. Sun Devils do go to the bullpen. Aaron West is on to pitch for Sandia Prep, and his breaking ball to Zach Gibbons is low for a ball. First and second, and nobody out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Gibbons with a single and a run scored in the first, a fly out to center in the third. Runners go. The pitch is high. The throw to third base is late. And it's a double steal for Saguaro. Now a chance to bring home a couple of runs here. West is ready with the 2-0 pitch. And a fly ball to center field. Going to send Day back. He's still going. Now in front of the warning track, he's got the catch. Runner will tag and score from third. So Teddy Rubin scores to make it 7-5. Gibbons a sacrifice fly. He gets the RBI. Austin Anderson also goes from second to third on the play. And so another run 90 feet away for Saguaro, and the batter is Chris Hackman. Ackman a pop out in the first, a double and a run scored in the third. And he'll let a fly ball out to center field. Should get another run in. Day is over. He makes the catch, and that throw will come to the plate late. Anderson scores. Back-to-back sacrifice flies. And it's a 2-run fourth inning, and Saguaro leads 8-5. And the batter is Kyle Young.
Now batting number 11, Kyle Young.
First one of Young is low for a ball. Bottom of the fourth inning from Saguaro High School. It's the Scottsdale Spring Training Invitational. The wind and the 1-0. Pitch outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Young with a 2-run double in the first. He reached on an error and scored in the third. And a ground ball over to the right side foul. And it counts 2-1. Well, C.J. Kinney's line is complete for Sandia Prep. He goes 3 innings plus 2 hitters in the fourth. Gives up 5 hits. As that pitch is a strike, and it's 2-2. 8 runs allowed, 5 of them earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 2 hit batters. That's the line for Kinney. The wind and the 2-2. It's outside. 3-2 on Kyle Young. And a 3-2. And that's high for ball 4. And Young gets a 2-out walk. He's aboard at first for Matt Morris.
Now batting shortstop number 6, Matt Morris.
West out of the stretch. Pitch is high. And a throw to second base. And the ball dropped out there by the second baseman. And it's a stolen base for Young. The set from West and the 1-0 pitch. As he checks back to second. Now it's on the way. And it's high for ball 2. 2-0 on Matt Morris. Got a fly ball out to center field in the first. Had an RBI triple and scored in the third. Saguaro scored in the first, the third, and the fourth. The 2-0. Ball hit down the left field line, but foul. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Against Saguaro with 2 runs in the first inning. Then Sandia Prep with 4 in the top of the third. Saguaro came right back, got 4 in the bottom of the third. Led 6-4. A run for the Sun Devils in the fourth made it 6-5, but 2 in the bottom of the fourth so far for Saguaro. They lead 8-5. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball inside. It's 3-1 on Morris. West bent at the waist now sets the 3-1 offering to Morris. And that's grounded foul. The count now 3-2 on Morris with Kyle Young at second base. 2 away in the inning, 2 runs in for the SaberCats, and they lead 8-5. Now West steps off. The set and the 3-2 pitch, and it's low for ball 4. So Morris walks. Another timeout from the Sandia Prep dugout. Still in the 4th. It's 8-5 Saguaro. Roberto Martinez comes in from left field for the Sun Devils, and he gets a pitch on the inside corner for a strike. So Martinez in from left field. Aaron West goes to third base, and Alex Kiriakos from third base to left field. Ball popped up on the right side. This is going to be trouble out in shallow right and out of the reach of the second baseman. The throw goes into second, but a couple of runs in on the play. Well, that's the right fielder's ball there, as you got to get that outfielder come in and call off an infielder. Instead, Nelson is forced to try to make a diving over-the-shoulder catch, and he can't do it. 2 more runs across here in the 4th. It's now a 4-run 4th inning, and it's 10-5 Saguaro. The batter, John Nitz. First pitch to Nitz is low for a ball. Reed Austin on at first base. Geez, the first baseman wasn't holding Austin on. Now he is. And that ball caught on the backhand on a line drive. Boy, that ball came off the bat. Didn't see it very well as the shadows are starting to take some effect here. But the first baseman, Ortiz, catches a line drive on the backhand to take a hit, an extra bases probably away from Nitz. And that ends the inning. Saguaro scores 4 more times in the 4th, though, and after 4 innings of play, they lead 10-5.
Leading off for Sandia, number 13, R.J. Ortiz.
R.J. Ortiz, the leadoff hitter. It's Ortiz, Nelson, and Martinez for the Sun Devils in the 5th. And another pitch outside. 3-0 the count on Ortiz. RJ fly out in the 2nd. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 3rd. And he takes a strike from Daniel Ackman to make the count 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch. And that's inside for ball 4. The Sun Devils went 3 up and 3 down in the top of the 1st inning, but since then, each team has had base runners in every half inning. Nelson with a ground ball. Morris to second for the out, on to first base. Gets away from Ackman, and that's going to allow Nelson to go to second on the play. It's a 5-4, make it a 6-4 force of Ortiz, and then Tingley's throw bounces in front of Ackman and gets up against the fence, so it'll be a fielder's choice and then an E4. And so runner at second with one away for the pitcher, Roberto Martinez. And the first one from Ackman inside for ball one. The set from Ackman, the 1-0 pitch. And a chopper out toward the shortstop, Orris. He's got it. The throw on to first base, and that is in time. And then Ackman trying to throw to the third base to catch that runner off the bag, but Nelson gets back. The 6-3 ground out is the second out of the inning. The batter is Derek Kessler. Kessler lays off, and the pitch is called a ball. 10-5, SaberCats, top of the 5th inning. Sun Devils batting with a runner at third base and 2 away. The 1-0 pitch, and that's a little soft line drive, and that's into right field, a base hit. And Kessler has an RBI single. Didn't hit that one very hard, but he got it past the infielders. And the Sun Devils score in the 5th inning to make it 10-6. And Kariakos will bat with a runner at first base. It is a courtesy runner on at first. Dalton Turpin is running. First one to Kariakos misses for ball one. That pitch over the head of Edmunds all the way to the backstop. The wild pitch moves the runner to second base. Well, nothing really hurt there for the SaberCats, as there are 2 outs in the inning. So if Ackman can get the hitter, it doesn't matter where that runner ends up. Trying to strand him at second, though. The 2-0 pitch. Near the outside corner, a strike. It's 2-1. Ackman high with the next pitch, 3-1. And the 3-1. Hit down the right field line, but that's foul. And the count goes to 3-2.
Right idea.
Three and two on Kariakos. A runner at second, and 2 outs, a run in for the Sandia Prep Sun Devils in the top of the 5th. And a ground ball, that's a base hit into right field. Runner's going to be waved around. Young will come up with it. The throw to the plate is in time, and Edmunds there to apply the tag. And the Sun Devils get a runner gunned down at the plate as Kyle Young throws out Kessler's courtesy runner Turpin trying to score. And that will end the inning for the Sun Devils. They get a run. We move to the bottom of the 5th. It's 10-6. 8-9-1 in the order, and a pop-up off the bat of Ben Tingley, and that's caught by the third baseman West, and there's one away. Now Sean Edmunds bats with 1 out and the base is empty. Edmunds walked his last time up. And his courtesy runner, Teddy Rubin, stole a base and scored. First pitch outside for a ball. A lot of extra base runners on both sides. As that pitch is fouled back out of play, and the count 1-1. For the Sun Devils, 6 runs on only 5 hits and 3 errors. For Saguaro, 10 runs on only 6 hits. They've also committed 3 errors. And a ground ball out toward the shortstop. He's got it there. Throw to first, and boy, not able to pick it out at first base. There is Ortiz. So an E6. As Eaton got to it and, had some time, but he wasn't able to throw out Edmunds at first base. So now 1 on and 1 out for Austin Anderson. Ruben on again as the courtesy runner for the SaberCats. And the first pitch bounced in there for a ball. The set, the turn, and the throw to first base, a runner back. Saguaro leads 10-6 with 1 on and 1 out at the bottom of the 5th. Pitch across for a strike to Austin Anderson. It's 1-1. Anderson's been hit by a pitch twice and scored both times. He's also grounded out. Turn, a throw to first again. The 1-1 pitch is outside, 2 balls and a strike. Saguaro back in action tomorrow. They'll play a single game against the Combs Coyotes. Runner goes, the ball lifted into left field, and that's caught. Now they're going to throw behind the runner at first base, but it's just off the mark. So Anderson with a fly out to left. That's the second out. And the batter will be Zach Gibbons. First pitch to Zach Gibbons, low for a ball. (10-6) SaberCats. Saguaro batting in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-0 pitch. That's high and outside, 2-0. Gibbons a single and a run in the first, a flat in the third, a sac fly and an RBI in the 4th. The 2-0 pitch. Belly button high for a strike. It's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. That's inside, 3-1. Let's see if Ruben takes off here. 3-1 the count. With 2 outs, thinking Gibbons might get a good pitch to hit. He handles the bat well. Did not go, and the ball is lifted down the right field side. I think it's going to end up in foul territory. It does, and it bounces foul. And that runs the count to 3-2. I looked over to Ruben just as Coach Dyer was finishing up the signs, and Ruben asked for him again, but he didn't get him a second time. And so I don't know if he was supposed to go there or not. He will here, though. 3-2 the count, and the pitch is low, and it's ball 4. So Ruben to second as Gibbons walks, and now with 2 on and 2 out, the batter is Chris Ackman. SaberCats 2 runs in the first, 4 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. So scoreless in the second inning, and they're scoreless so far here in the fifth, but Chris Ackman trying to change that with 2 aboard. Sun Devils have scored in each of the last 3 innings, getting 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. The first one to Chris was outside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. That's inside, maybe low. 2 balls and no strikes. Roberto Martinez with the set, the 2-0 pitch. Chris had a big swing there and fouled it off at the plate. It's 2-1. Aaron West, by the way, his pitching line for Sandia Prep, 2/3 of an innings, no hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks. He had 2 fly ball outs and 2 walks, and those runners both came around to score as Martinez looked back to his second but no throw. 10-5 the score, bottom of the 5th inning. The set and the 2-1 pitch. That's inside, a block there by Kessler. A little bit of a break there maybe for the Sun Devils as Martinez hung his second baseman Nelson out to dry on the play. As he looked back to second, Nelson broke for the bag, and just as he did that, Martinez delivered the pitch to the plate. The 3-1 is high with a fastball. And that will load the bases as Ackman walks. That pushes Gibbons to second, and Teddy Rubin, the courtesy runner for Sean Edmunds, goes to third. And the batter is Kyle Young.
Now batting number 11, Kyle Young.
First pitch to Young is bounced in for a ball. Kyle walked, stole a base, and scored his last time up. And time is called. Playing in the 5th, it's 10-6. Back to play after the timeout. The 1-0 pitch is bounced in there. 2 balls and no strikes to Kyle Young. The bases loaded and 2 outs. SaberCats trying to push their first run of the inning across. The 2-0 pitch. At the knees, near the knees anyway, for a strike, and it's 2-1. SaberCats will play a single game tomorrow, a single game on Friday, and then they'll play 2 on Saturday. And then the schedule will finally kind of settle into mostly region games, but it'll be all PowerPoint games the rest of the way. There's a ground ball over to the right side. That's picked up, and a flip to second base. Retires the side, and the SaberCats fail to score in the 5th inning. We go to the 6th. It's 10-6 Saguaro. 9-1 and 2 in the order for the Sun Devils as we start the 6th inning of play. And Martinez goes around on the first pitch for a strike. Jay Martinez, Brendan Day, Michael Eaton for the Sun Devils in the 6th. Daniel Ackman out for another inning of work. And that pitch across for a strike, and it's 0-2. The 2-strike pitch. Low and away, 1-2. Been a bit of a bumpy couple of innings for Ackman, but the SaberCats scored 4 runs in the 4th inning to give him a little distance. And a ground ball back up the middle into center field. A leadoff single for Jay Martinez. And the batter is Brennan Day. Bunted foul at the plate. So Ackman, 2 innings of work, 4 hits allowed now, 2 runs both earned. He's given up 3 walks and has 1 strikeout. The 0-1. Outside and low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Sandia Prep down 10-6. They've got the leadoff man on in the 6th inning. The 1-1. Near the outside corner, a strike, 1-2 the count now on Day. Turner to throw to first base. The runner dives back. And a line drive, and that's dropped by Morris. They'll get the out, though, at second, and no throw to first base. Well, that line drive would have been a double play because the runner Martinez took off. Morris couldn't catch it on the line, but he had enough presence to field it and throw the short way to get Martinez. So 6-4 on the force. The Sun Devils trade Day for Martinez over at first base, or I guess Martinez for Day at first would be the right way to say that, as the pitch to Michael Eaton is on the inside corner, a strike. SaberCats will host Combs tomorrow, back in region and PowerPoint play as the pitch is low, and it's 1-1. They'll host Dysart on Friday afternoon at 4:15. They'll host Bradshaw Mountain Saturday at 2:30, and then they'll go on the road. And that throw over to first base, and the runner is picked off. As Day is picked off at first base for the 2nd out of the inning. But it's Bradshaw Mountain Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night under the lights, 6 o'clock over at Arcadia. Arcadia and Saguaro to finish up Scottsdale Spring Training Invitational Tournament play. 2-1 on Eaton, the fastball high, 3-1. Pitch on the inside corner, and it's 3-2. And that ball hit out to center field. And a promising inning is shut down by that pickoff as Eaton flies out to Gibbons in center field. No runs, a hit, nobody left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Sandia Prep trails Saguaro 10-6. And the first pitch to Matt Morris across for a strike. Morris upset there as he wasn't able to get that bat started. The 0-1. Laid off a breaking ball. It bounces in there, and it's 1-1. Alex Kiriakos in now playing the catcher position for Sandia Prep as he is set up behind the plate. Off-speed pitch, first base side fouled off, and it's 1-2. The wind and the 1-2 pitch. And Morris hit by the pitch. And he's a leadoff base runner in the 6th inning, and it'll bring up Reed Austin. First pitch to Reed Austin misses for a ball. 10-6, Saguaro with the lead. And the ball fouled off on the third base side, and the count 1-1. Austin with a 2-run single his last time up. Martinez ready. His pitch is a breaking ball. It's inside, and it's 2-1. Set and the pitch. Popped up, and this will get back foul. That's out of play. And it counts 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. A breaking ball, that's inside, and it's 3-2. The set, the 3-2 pitch, and a ground ball to short. And that's bobbled by the shortstop. That'll keep the inning going here, of course, as there are now 2 aboard to start the inning, and the batter is John Nemts. And John Nemts will be called back. It is Chris Friedenberg that will bat. And that ball bounced in. It goes to the backstop. And a wild pitch. There's the runners up a base apiece. Nick Lagoussis is in as the pinch runner at first base for Reed Austin.
Go, Berto, finish this. Let's go.
The infield comes in now for the Sun Devils. Chris Friedenberg trying to bring in a couple of runs now. Next pitch outside, and it's 2-0. Martinez ready. And that ball hits softly to the right side. That's going to get 1 run home. Lagoussis going to be waved around. The throw is late to the plate, and now down to second base, and safe at second. So a 2-run single for Friedenberg makes it 12-6. And he's at second base with nobody out, and the batter will be Ben Tingley. First pitch to Tingley across for a strike.
Yeah.
12-6 SaberCats, bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-strike pitch on the inside corner, 0-2. The set and the pitch. Breaking ball high, 1-2. And the 1-2, that's bounced in. That'll get away, and the runner will go to third base as the count moves to 2-2 on Tingley. Sean Edmunds next for Saguaro. Field in again for the Sun Devils, the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball hit well out to left field, and that's going to get over the head of the left fielder, go all the way to the fence. And it's extra bases as Tingley is going to motor around second. Now he's going to have to hustle back to the bag, and he gets back. The throw gets away. And now Tingley on his way to third, and he'll shut it down there as it gets to third base. An RBI double, and then an error sends Tingley to third. It's a 3-run sixth inning. It's 13-6. And the batter, Sean Edmunds.
Now batting, number 9, Sean Edmunds.
Go back to be tough now. Nice.
A breaking ball on the inside corner, a strike.
Get him, Berto.
The 0-1.
Good job.
A high chopper over the third baseman's head, and that's into left field. An RBI base hit makes it 14-6. RBI single for Sean Edmunds, and we get back to the top of the order, but a new hitter in there for the SaberCats as Brandon Allen will bat.
Now batting, number 16, Brandon Allen.
Nice.
First one to Allen, a strike. Actually, maybe I didn't see the pitch, to be honest with you. I was writing down the pinch hitter and I looked up. The scoreboard's got 1-1, but there's only been one pitch. Now that one bounced in there.
Roberto, don't lose it now.
Maybe 2 balls and no strikes here on Brandon Allen.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Pitch low. I think it should be 3-1 here, but plate umpire's not putting up the count, so just guessing as we go along. There's a swing and a miss, and it's yeah, so it was 3-1. Now 3-2 to count on Brandon Allen, a runner at first base. Nobody out for the SaberCats in the 6th. They've actually got a chance to end the game here in the 6th inning if they score 2 more times. The ground ball to short. Picked up there, and that throw off the mark at second base. The runner's going to move up another base each. And it puts 2 in scoring position with nobody out for another pinch hitter as Teddy Rubin bats. Kind of hard to tell the angle from here where that throw was, if it was off the mark from the shortstop or if the second baseman just wasn't able to pick it up for whatever reason. I don't think the sun should have been a factor, but I suppose that's a possibility. Infield back in again as Rubin takes a strike on the inside corner. So 14-6 the score in the bottom of the 6th inning. Two runners in scoring position. If both of them come in, the ball game will end here in the 6th inning. Ball bounced in and blocked there by the catcher, Kariakos. Now the Sun Devils led 4-2 going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Trailed 6-4 after that, cut it to 6-5 at the midway point of the ball game. And Saguaro has opened it up with 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning, and now 4 runs here in the 6th. 2-1 on Teddy Rubin. And the 2-1 pitch. Boy, swinging late there. Chops that one off the plate, and it's foul on the first base side. Kind of like reaching in and taking that one out of the catcher's glove there as he was swinging late. 2-2 on Teddy Rubin. And the 2-2. And a ground ball over the first base side, off the first baseman. He'll tap the bag to get the out. A run is in. And makes it 15-6. Rubin on a ground out, but he does get an RBI on the play. Allen goes to third. And the batter, Chris Ackman, with the game-ending run at third base. And the ball bounced in for ball one. Looking for a ball in the outfield to get the run home. Pitch off the glove. Allen going to try to get in here and throw wide, and that run comes in, and that'll be the ball game. Ackman doesn't get a chance to hit. He throws the bat away in mock disgust there anyway. He's not really upset about it, but he wanted to get a chance to hit, but does not, as the pass ball brings in the 6th run of the inning, and that will be all Saguaro needs here as they win this one by the mercy rule, 16-6, the final in the ball game. And we'll get you some totals here on the ball game. Anytime it ends like this, you kind of have to take a second to try to get things picked up here, but the SaberCats win it and go to 14-2-1 in the season. They've won 11 in a row now. And then the totals on the ball game for Sandia Prep: 6 runs, 6 hits. They commit 7 errors, and they leave 5 runners on base. For the SaberCats, 16 runs on just 9 base hits. And they commit 3 errors, and they leave 6 runners on base. And I guess Daniel Ackman gets the win for the SaberCats, as Saguaro gets the win and improves to 14-2-1 on the season. And again, they win 11 in a row, and that'll do it then as Saguaro wins it. They win 2 today. Completed a suspended game from Monday, beating Marion Catholic 5-2. And then in a late one here today, 16-6 winners in 6 innings over Sandia Prep. So that'll do it from Saguaro High School in Scottsdale. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. We'll talk to you tomorrow when Saguaro takes on the Combs Coyotes.